Welcome back, folks, to the last of basically what we're doing this week. Reviewing this actually the same day I'm reviewing Frogs, which is why it's the same kind of lighting. And Frogs was a much better movie than this movie. I'm sorry. I will honestly say that and mean it. Of course, I'm talking about ChromeSkull, Laid to Rest 2, more like Numbskull. And it was my fault because Michael Keane asked me, okay, pick 5 films, I'll pick 5 films, and out of the films, Dagon and Black Death was his. Pumpkinhead, Ashes to Ashes I picked because I like Pumpkinhead and I'd never seen that film. Frauds I picked because, hey, Sam Ellen seems weird. And Later Rest 2, mainly because I knew I would never see this film unless prompted like this. Real quickly, I hate the first Later Rest film. I thought it was an overrated piece of fucking shit. It has good kills. It has nothing else going for it. People say, well, slasher film, that's all you need. No. Especially in today's age. Especially in today's age. In the 80s, I didn't love them just because they had good kills. Sorry. I love April Fool's Day, the original April Fool's Day. There's no blood in that film, but I enjoy that film a lot. Want to know why? Watch my review as to why I enjoy the original April Fool's Day. Like likable characters. The first Laid to Rest, I did not like anybody in that film. Thought the characters stunk. The leading girl was annoying. Okay, she's drugged, but she's, oh, here's a telephone with a cord on it. And, Cheech and Chong have more fucking common sense. She's got help, and she keeps going and pulls the fucking phone out of it. Plus, there's not many phones nowadays that have, still have the cordless phone. I mean, that was a newer film. Everybody's complaining about gas. We don't have enough gas to get to here. We don't have enough gas to get to there. But at the very end, when the Destro, I might as well just call him fucking Destro, grabs the lead girl, they're able to get to this grocery store like that. This seemed pretty fucking nearby with a phone and shit. Because he needs more film for his camera, because he films victims. For those who don't know, that's what Laid to Rest was. It was a woman who woke up in a coffin. She was drugged. She was chased by this guy who had a chrome mask and, killed people. Then you have this older guy she met, and, like, this girl doesn't remember who she is. She doesn't remember who she is. Doesn't remember what happened. So, like, this guy asks this guy on the computer, gets info, prints out a piece of paper, puts in his pocket, doesn't tell the girl for whatever reason. Oh, this is who you are, and da. Doesn't tell her, ever. The girl has to find out by checking his dead body and finding it. And at the end, you know, what? I've waited long enough for this crime scene. I'm just gonna leave. Let's just leave. And they do, and that's what I mean by stupidity. Yeah, a lot of slasher films are not the brightest bulb, but the stupidity was forced so far past. It was just irritating. This film followed suit. Get into this film, it followed suit. Robert Hall, you are good makeup effects. Your company's good makeup effects. The only good thing about these films are the makeup effects. That's why, like on this DVD that I rented, there's a jump to a kill feature. Because that's the only reason to watch these films, are for the kills. I mean, this guy does makeup effects. I believe he's done effects for a lot of movies. Uh, Even the TV show Teen Wolf, he did, let's see, Paranormal Activity, which I don't know why. Terminator, Sarah Connor Chronicles, they did the special makeup effects for that TV series. Quarantine, they did makeup effects. Pineapple Express, let's see, Vacancy, House of the Dead 2, Dead Birds, Frankenfish, like makeup effects for those. TV show Black Scorpion. I'm just looking. I guess Robert Hall helped up a little bit. He was uncredited, but helped up a little bit on the Island, Dr. Moreau and Wishmaster and stuff. So yeah, good makeup effects. Nothing else. Nothing. Robert Hall, my note, please do not write or direct any more movies. Please. Oh, you haven't seen this one Lightning Bug. I don't care. After Laid to Rest and this film Laid to Rest too, please do not write anymore, do not direct anymore, because you fail on the F scale of fuck, in my opinion. This is definitely the dumbest slasher film franchise. I would say, yeah, the dumbest. Even dumber than Saw. And I like the first Saw. I can even handle Saw 2. But this is if they make more movies of these, I hope to God not. But if they do, God help us, in my opinion. I know people are, come on, what's the deal? What's the deal? Well, to make the script even fucking dumber. Okay, this takes place after the first film, where the girl from the first film and just call him, kid was Tommy, is Thomas Dekker from Terminator Sarah Chronicles. They go to a motel and he leaves. He's going to get like food and stuff. Just that's what you do, right after a killing. I gotta go get something to eat. Because he comes back with food and stuff. You find out at the crime scene there's like one or two cops, and then there's these shadowy men that fucking, I guess from gunshots you hear, killed the cops, got ChromeSkull, or Destro, I'll just call him Destro, and one of them is Brian Austin Green. And Danielle Harris works for this organization too. And they fucking bring him back to life, basically. So apparently Destro works for some shadowy, I don't know if it's the government or some type of shadowy organization. What their purpose is, don't know. Why they're doing this, you never know. What the fuck is this guy? Destro's, like, is he rich? Like, they have all this money and they set this up, and apparently the first film they were setting up and something went wrong. Brian Austin Green is like a guy who helps clean up and takes care of loose ends, and you're like, what in the fuck is going on? And you never find out why. You never. It's some shadowy organization that has all this money and has people making stuff, and I'm like, my God. It's like when Halloween, they were thinking of doing what the next Halloween film, and some guy said, well, why don't maybe the FBI gets him, and he's like an assassin. And that was a terrible idea. It's like Halloween fucking... Man. Don't say like Halloween 5, but that was just a, Man in Black. It's a fucking organization. What the shit? I understand, Robert Hall, you don't want to say why Destro is doing this, but when you thrust in out of your ass some shadowy organization, the guy is dead. Destro is fucking dead. Okay, she beat him to death with a fucking bat in the first film, and the glue, he has nothing left. His fucking eyeball is hanging in the fucking chrome plate. So they grab him, and some luck of bullshit, they fucking take his eye and sew it back in. I swear to God, they're like just sewing the eye back in. They're doing all this shit, and he's alive. And I'm like, well, we didn't want to do Supernatural. You might as fucking well, because it made just as much fucking sense. The guy is dead. He's not in the Union anymore. So I'm like, wow, this is bullshit. I mean, you might as well just go for a Supernatural. It made just as much sense. Taking the fucking eyeball, putting it back in. Give me a break. Oh yeah, Brian Austin Green is able to track a phone, and the lead of the first film, that girl, he kills her, slices her up, and just for loose ends. So for a while, for fans of Lady Rest, the lead, which I didn't care for. Oh, her big deal at the end of Lady Rest, you find out she was a hooker or a stripper or whatever. Wow, they made that as if it was such a big reveal. But then she just killed here at the beginning. Thomas Dekker doesn't. He comes back and calls it in, and Thomas Dekker is in it through most of the movie. I guess he was better here than the first one, because here he had a little bit more to do. But then you introduce our new lead girls like months later, and this lead girl, like, she's going blind, slowly going blind. And the new, now brought back Destro kills this girl, I guess because he's still getting used, and he messes up and hits her on the side of the face and gets tangled in the hair and comes down and slices this part with her ear off. Again, good makeup effects. Nothing else to it. Nothing. Nothing. I don't care about a character. The story is beyond stupid. Characters we have, I mean, just, it's what year did this come out? I mean, can we not do better? Can we not do better than this? Lady Rest 2 came out. Trying to think when the hell was the year? 2011. I wanted to make sure it was 2010, 2011. It's 2011. Can we not, like, think of a little bit smarter? Or not as dumb as this movie? Please? Robert Hall, I'm sorry, you're good makeup effects. You and your buddy can't write, and you can't fucking direct. But then Brian Austin Green, he's now also killing people, even though he works for Destro and this shadowy organization that we never fucking know about anything about. He's trying to clean up loose ends, so he follows Thomas Dekker, but he's not home, so he kills her roommate by slicing her up, throwing her against the wall, and then, killing her. And it seems like Destro had killed that girl, with the face, that sliced everything, the ear, to grab the other girl, the girl who's going blind, kidnaps her, and like the first one, puts her in her coffin, drugs her up. Even though this girl wakes up, I don't know, because maybe it takes longer, but this girl wakes up and she doesn't forget everything. Like, she still knows to have her phone and call her mom and stuff. But anyway, at this point, she's stuck in the coffin, and outside there's this shadowy crew are making the whole deal. They're making this cage with all these weapons in it, and Brian Austin Green's like, make this, and it makes like a fucking, it's like a big ninja star, but it's with a bunch of knives. They get Thomas Dekker, and he's at the police station, telling them about the stuff in the first film. I had to write this down. I always forget it. And he tells them stuff, and then, okay, wait, he has a ChromeSkull. Let's get all the people who make Chrome, and it's like, wow, this shadowy organization can't make their own Chrome mask, in secret. But I guess not. They have all this money, but not enough for this policewoman to find out. Well, there's like 3 factories. There's one like 20 miles away. So wow, shadowy government, man, they really know how to keep that under wraps. And they said that one girl, female cop, by herself, no help, even though it's been said before, like, Thomas Dekker finds out that this Destro killed an entire fucking sheriff's department. That's what it says in the report. But No, just sends the girl out by herself. Um, that could be connected to the killer. And Brian Austin Green, he'll now wear the another slightly altered Destro mask and kills her by throwing this ninja star to the stairs. She's been stabbed. She's crawling and basically steps on her head, and like there's like two knives that goes in there, and this thing like goes like this and sort of, and she dies like that. Brian Austin Green somehow gets into the police station, kidnaps him, drags him out, and I'm like, I don't know how the hell you can do that. You can walk into a police station, grab a kid, and drag him out without anyone noticing. And Brian Austin Green is so don't know about, being, cleaning loose ends, but he doesn't notice the big fucking camera that caught him on film, which you see his face, which is weird, because later on, the cop is, when Thomas Dekker gets the phone and calls him, which is weird, like, why doesn't they take the phone away? Like, Brian Austin Green, do you set this all up? Why do you let her keep the phone? Why don't you take the phone away until it's time, then, because of, but no, and then so they're trying to get a signal, well, they got a signal, but they're trying to wait to trace the call, and it's like, well, this guy took me, and the cop goes, describe him. Look at the fucking video! You just see his Brian Austin Green's face pretty fucking clearly. That's what I mean by stupidity. God, it's about as dumb as Columbiana. Fucking stupid. And by the way, since the girl never came back and, she hasn't called back in, why do you send only, okay, we're going to split up and you two cops go, why do you just send two more cops? Why don't you send the whole fucking force to go down there and look? No, you send just two cops. For Brian Austin Green, he now wants to be a new ChromeSkull, so he gets a tattoo. Thomas Dekker is with the lead girl's going blind, and they're trying to get out. Those two cops, they do stupid thing. They split up. They go into the factory, and they get killed. Brian Austin Green kills one because he has like this brass nickel thing with these knives and hits the guy right there. The real Destro, fucking puts a knife through the guy's head and goes up, so it cuts the guy in half, and his head goes like that. Again, you could probably watch the kill scenes on YouTube. Not enough for a movie, I'm sorry. I need something more than just good kill scenes. Especially in the year this made 2011 or 2012. I mean, come on now. Have really enthralling action sequences and very likable characters or smart or funny dialogue or really excellent hero or female hero and more to it. But Robert Hall in the interview is like, well, I wanted to make something that, if I was 18 or 20 year old, I wouldn't like this shit if I was 18 or 20 years old. Yeah, I'm 28. Even if I was 18, I wouldn't like this shit because it'd be boring. Because I don't give a fuck about anybody. I gave a fuck about people in those slash films in the past. I'm sorry, I did. They have more to it than that. The one that's mind-numbingly dumb. Friday the 13th, The New Blood has a better story than this. I'm sorry. In my opinion, it does. Brian Austin Green finally gets killed by the real Destro. Ties him up, and he just, with his two knives, slices Brian Austin Green's neck multiple times until, his head stays there, but the rest of his body falls off. Thomas Dekker and the girl put themselves in this cage, this like wire cage. And there's all these weapons, like sharp implements. So Thomas Dekker, he grabs like a fucking baseball bat. I don't know why. But you have all these weapons, collect them on. Fucking, get them on yourself. And, Deathstroke shuts off the lights and, try to figure out where he's at. And somehow he busts through the fucking, I guess he cut through the chain link fence or whatever, grabs Thomas Dekker. She hits him. Then now the guy is like tangled up. There's all these sharp implements. Grab something and hit him with all you got? No. Instead, she tries to go to the door that's fucking got chains on it. I'm like, my God, why don't you just go back and kill the motherfucker? Why? I mean, it's 2011. There's no excuse. Okay? It's no excuse. You can write smarter and better, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's just a slasher film. Make a smart slasher film. Make an interesting slasher film. Make an entertaining slasher film. Have some likable characters. Don't have them do incredibly stupid stuff. That would be nice. That'd be a change of pace. First Lady Rest, look at all this praise. It was completely fucking stupid. It has good death scenes. Is that all? If so, if I had the greatest makeup effects and I just kill like 50 people, then that'll be a great movie? Better be, because it has nothing else going for it. So Thomas Dekker, I guess he got stabbed in the back, but he tries to save the girl, gets on his bat, stabs ChromeSkull a few times. And all ChromeSkull does is like push him off, so Thomas Dekker's not on his back. But I guess like that stab from before does him in, because Thomas Dekker is the one who doesn't get a graphic death scene, so okay, fine. But I guess he died, just bled to death from that, I guess. I mean, at least it was, I guess, more of a noble death. I mean, Thomas Dekker was okay in this film. But finally, more cops get there, and they're fucking dumped. He's like, have the guy, ChromeSkull, Destro, 3 people on him with their guns. And instead of like, okay, here is a fucking cage with all these weapons. How about you come out to here or I will shoot you? Not go into the cage, but no, let the rookie go. He does. Of course, he gets his throat slashed, and the 2 cops are so stupid they don't know what the fuck to do, that they get killed. So then, dumb fucking cops. Then the sort of lead cop, he's there, and he gets stabbed to the side, and he's being dragged, and the lead girl helps him, and it was pretty fucking lame. Like, they get in a little tussle, get down this one place, like, has this lighter or whatever, something, tries to burn the guy's face, and then the lead cop gets there and just shoots him. And, like, ChromeSkull's, like, down here in this fucking, with a ladder and, like, a tunnel thing, or, like, a room, and, like, he shoots from above. Doesn't go up the chest, doesn't go down, go boom, right in the head, nothing, just walks away. And then there's these agents who come out of fucking nowhere and say, yeah, we've been following this guy for a while. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? And then Danielle Harris says, oh, great choice on a new location. Because ChromeSkull, I guess he had a bulletproof vest. And now I guess he's in Hollywood. Whoopee. And then after the end credits, they give you a little thing where apparently those same agents are questioning this girl who, guess what, is Destro's wife. She's asking, my husband, he comes and goes, months in, I don't know where he's at, and this girl's pregnant, and they're like, well, we know who he is now, and this is who he is, and now we have a name and face. I don't know how, but somehow they do now. Show her the pictures. He's like, oh my God, that's his tattoo. And she grabs a gun and shoots herself, thus killing her and I guess her baby. Shoots herself in the head, and that's the end of the movie. And then I go out and kid Robert Hall's in the nuts. I mean, it was my mistake for suggesting this. I don't know how Michael Keane will think of this movie. If he likes the film, that's fine. I'm not even sure if he's seen the first film. But this film is just incredibly stupid. It's boring. You want to know why it's boring? Because you don't care about anybody. I don't care about anybody. I don't care about the cops. I don't care about Thomas Dekker. He does okay. I mean, he comes in and out, sporadically through the movie, and he's okay at best. Brian Austin Green, he does fine. Again, probably got those guys. Just Robert Hall worked on the effects on the Sarah Connor Chronicles. It's just the backstory or the story is very incredibly stupid. There's no fucking explanation, even at minimum, of what the fuck this organization is. Why are they doing this? What the fuck's going on? It just made it very silly and stupid and doesn't make any fucking sense. They have all this money, and yet it's all just for this guy to put on a ChromeSkull and kill people in this certain way for some much fucking reason. And just incredibly fucking stupid, incredibly fucking dumb. That's why they don't want to say why, because they can't explain it. You want to know why they can't explain it? Because it's fucking stupid. A lot of the characters' reactions or what they do are stupid. Yeah, send this one girl, female cop, to this factory that could be a possible location of the killer that supposedly has killed a police, a sheriff's station, and all these other people. And when she doesn't call back, you don't notice anything, you don't do anything. Oh, we'll split up and you two go to that same exact spot that that lady that we has never called in has disappeared. And the whole thing with Brian Austin Green, like him wanting to become another ChromeSkull, I mean, you would think that would lead to something like, okay, they both have their mask, one slightly altered, and they both have their weapons, like he has his little ninja star thing. That it would lead to like a fight? A mano fight? But no. Brian Austin Green and his altered Destro mask just pulled back, tied up, and killed. Like, okay, that led to nothing. That's what you get when you get these guys who can't fucking write a script to save their fucking life. So, I'm bearing this now because I'm about half an hour after I get to work. But ChromeSkull Later Rest 2 is, as one critic would say, I hope this series is laid to rest with this movie. I mean, I hope it's buried down a fucking mile and covered with worms and rot and puss. This series and franchise should be buried. The first one sucks. This one sucks as well. It's incredibly fucking stupid. It's boring. There's no likable characters. There's no very funny offhand humor to make you entertained. The killer doesn't impress me. His look, oh great, he looks like Destro. Wow. It's a fucking horrendously stupid movie and a horrendously stupid franchise. I don't know if two films consist of a franchise. If they make a third, I don't know. I just call it that way because it's easier to call it that way. Just film sucks, plain simple. You know, rather watch my balls for 30 minutes than watch this film. Again, this film sucks. So thanks for watching. Take care. And thank you, Michael Keane, for inviting me to do this week-long where you review and I review the same movie. Hopefully I did it justice. And we will see you later with another review. Ciao.